Welcome along to 23rd of July 2020. It's my birthday bash. And I was planning 4 days with a few mates if they could come along at Bluebell Fisheries. Decided that turn of the year long before COVID-19 effed everything up. So now I'm on my own for a quick overnighter down a local free pool where subscribers and people that see my videos, you know where it is. You know that I'm there a lot. There's a lot of videos on the place. It's a little lake, it's nice and easy, and hopefully I can have a few fish before going back to work tomorrow and leaving the lake at 9. It's now nearly 6:30. I'm going to have a walk round, choose where I'm fishing, put a bit of bait in, put my rods out, and then I'll get back to you and we'll see what the evening brings. So I'm here, I pulled the van up, I'm going to have a little look around. It's only a little lake, shouldn't be hard to find them. I'm going to decide where I'm going to set up for the night. Well, bish bosh bash, as they say. 10 minutes. I haven't even got my second rod in the water. This 5 or 6 pounder's had the bait. And with a pole rig and elastic hanging out of its mouth, which I'll show you in a sec. He's still feisty. I'm going to get him back in. Like I said, there's another rig in his mouth. It's not a pole rig. I've got no idea what kind of rig that is, or what that even is. Well, I was just putting my bivvy up, put the second rod out. That's been out for 10 minutes, and I've caught the infamous one eye. I haven't had him for a while, but I think I've had him about 5 or 6 times now. And out of interest, I'm going to weigh him up, see what he weighs. Well, just as I was putting one eye back in, the left hand rod just screamed into life again. So we've had 3 fish in about half an hour. Only little, but I'm only here for a laugh. This was probably the biggest of the day. I don't know, maybe 8 pound. And I can stick him straight back in, leave my rods out for a while, and get my bivvy all set up because the rain's coming down. It's just starting to get a little bit damp. Well, it's just gone 9 o'clock. He's just got me in the mouth with that flip. I've caught one of the 2 dark commons in here. He's only 5.5 pound, but he's an absolute stunner. Look at that. If they all look like this, I'll be over the moon with this little lake. Orange tint to his belly. Absolute beauty. The light's fading. I'm going to quickly get him back in, get a quick picture, and then get my rod back out before it gets too dark. I was literally about to retire into my bivvy for the evening, and I'm well happy with that. What a birthday banger. Just gone 9:30. My left hand rod's gone again, and this time I've just lost a 2 or 3 pound common at the net. So the left hand rod's getting most of the action. It's going to get too dark to record, so I'll see you all in the morning. Well, it's just gone midnight, and after being woken up a couple of times after darkness by liners, I've just put this one back. Only about 9 or 10 pound. I didn't bother weighing him or taking a photo of me holding him, just a photo in the mat, and then with my hands so you can see the sort of size of it. Put it back in. I'm going to get up at dawn, so unless I have another one between then and now, I'll see you in the morning. Welcome along to part 2. So carry on from my video for my birthday bash 6 weeks ago. It's now coming up to 6 o'clock. I've already had one and lost one in the first 15 minutes at the net with a hook pull, which I was a bit gutted about, but it weren't no monster. I'm back on my free pull, same place, same peg, same tactics, rigs, everything's all the same. So I'm going to carry it on, and hopefully through the course of the night, I'm not at work till 4 tomorrow, I'll have a few carp to show you. A mate's over on the other side of the lake, and he was going to pack up about 4 o'clock when the rain started. Then he started catching. He's just put another one back now. He's had 4 since I've been here in the last 40 minutes. So hopefully with 2 rods out, fishing on the bottom, I'll have a few carp to show you. So let's hope the next clip is a bruiser. 6:10. First one is in the net. Right hand rod in the margins. I'm going to take a photo. It's hammering down with rain. and I get him straight back in. But a little beaut. 6:30 and my second one. A little bit bigger than the last. And I get it straight back in because it's hammering it down with rain. It's 7:05. Rain stopped. And we got a third of the day. Yet another mirror. And I get it straight back in, get my rod back out. Hasn't even been out for another 5 minutes. Just put that fish back. And the first comment of the day. A little one at that. Let's get it right back out there. It's getting up to 7:30. Probably got an hour of light left before it's dark. Sunset's just before 8. See if we can't have a few more before it's too dark to record. Just I'm putting my dinner on, and I've also managed to catch a little fry of some sort in my net, so I'll make sure he gets back in as well. Turns out it's the world's smallest gudgeon. Well, I just put the kettle on and that fish disturbed one of my favourite parts about night fishing, the old pot noodle. So I'm going to get that on. The geese have all landed on the other lake for roost for the night. And if I don't catch anything before dark, I'll see you in the morning. It's 10:30 at night. We've got ourselves another common of about 7 or 8 pound. It's just woken me up. I'm absolutely knackered. I'm just falling asleep. Off the margin rod once again. I've had another one finally off the middle rod that's out in the middle of the lake. I'm going to get this one unhooked, get a bit more bait back in and get myself back into bed. It's 2:15 in the morning. We've finally got a double figure fish. I'd say this one's about 11 pound mirror. I'm going to quickly unhook it, get it back in, get my rod back out and get back into my bed. 6:30 in the morning, it's raining again. We've got our night for the trip. Another little one. Let's get him back in. So it's just gone 7 AM. I've had 13 runs, landed 9 of them, losing 3 to hook pulls and striking into nothing once. All fish bar 1 have all come from my margin rod, and after each fish I've put in a bit of corn, a bit of pellet and a few squid boilies. That was the margin rod again. I've kept the bites coming through the night. The last night I did here we didn't catch a lot during the hours of darkness. I don't know, I'm going to give it 3 or 4 hours, see if I can't hook into one of the double figures carp in here, and then I'm going to call it a day. It's been nice to get out after doing 3 nights a couple of weeks ago with a mate in Lincolnshire and blanking. It's nice just to get a bend in the rod. And here we have the 10th of the trip. This little guy. Don't get any bigger. I get this one straight back in. It's 7:45. And we'll see what the rest of the morning brings. Finally, one out in the middle of the pool. Still a bit feisty, still only little. But that's fish number 11. I wound it in this morning, I cast it a little bit further and it seems to have done the trick. So I put the bait straight back where I just had this one from and get this one back in the pool. And here we have, from the margins again, Fish number 12. Pretty little mirror. Still got a bit of kick left in him. Gonna get him back in. The last fish back. And the rod out in the middle has just gone screaming off. Just so I put my other rod on the rod rest. Fish number 13. It's not even 9 o'clock yet. Still got time to take a few more, hopefully, before I run out of bait or I've got to go to work. Fish number 14. Another out the margins and another little common. Here's the winning rig. Bit of pop-up sweet corn with a dynamite bait squid boilie. Tied onto a KD rig, size 8 X-Fang hook. Onto some strong braid. 3.5 ounce lead, helicopter style, onto some lead core. Now I'll show you where I've been putting my bait in. Been dropping it in the margins here, literally a couple of foot off the bank, and that's where most of my runs have come from today and last night. I've been going round for my swim over there, walking it round the bank and dropping it in down here. My favourite spot on the lake this is. I've never seemed to fail to catch them here, even in the depths of winter. Literally inside and out of my bivvy has been raided by these. There are hundreds of little snails all over the place. So when I pack my bivvy down shortly, I'm going to have to make sure that I ain't got none of these on the inside of it. Well, I've just been packing my bivvy away. The margin rod's gone again. And then, would you believe it, my margin rod's gone with one of the better fish of the session. And while I was netting this one, the rod out in the middle of the lake's gone. So let's see if I can get them both in the net and a double photo. How's about that? 2 in the net at once. 2 in the net at the same time. This little fella, pushing 10 pound I'd say. And this one, the first one, a little bit bigger. Still very feisty. Probably about 10 pound too. So let's see if I can get a double photo of these. Just to prove it to you, the 2 at once. I'll get them back in quick. I was on the verge of calling it a day, but after that double hookup, I think I'm going to stay for a bit longer. 15th and 16th carp of the session. It's just gone 10. I've just put the rest of my bait in down the margins. I'm going to stick it out till midday at the latest, and I got myself another brew on. So hopefully before the end of the video there'll be another carp, and hopefully this time one of the larger ones. Fish number 17 is crapping all over my mat. On the margins again, believe it or not. Another little common. We'll get him back in. Not even 20 past 10. I'm going to see if I can get it up to 20 before I go home. Fish number 18. Out the one in the middle of the pool. I didn't have a chance to put my margin rod back in yet. Get it straight back in. Well, it's 11:15 and I was going to call it a day when I was packing my bivvy up. But now, after a few more fish, I'm going to call it a day at 12, and my aim is to catch 20. Have 20 in the net, and I can't complain with that for a bit of pasty bashing. I've run out of bait now, although my right hand rod's been fishing singles out in the middle since I got here. So it's basically I'm fishing singles, the margins on whatever bait's left in there, the carp I haven't touched. I've gone through a tin of sweet corn, half a kilo of boilies and about 1.5 kilos of pellet. So I'm going to call it 12 like I said, and hopefully 2 more carp in the net in the next hour and a quarter, and it'll be pasty bashing at Central. He's got a bit of a battered mouth, he's come out the margins, and his fish 19 at a trip. I don't know, maybe £9. Still not any of the larger double figure fish we're looking for, but I'm quite happy to be pasty bashing, and 1 more fish and I get to the big 2-0. But there we have it, ladies and gents. The 20th carp of my session, pasty bashing. I'm going to give it till 12. I've got 45 minutes. See if I can't take another one. Well, it's 20 to 12. I was waiting for the rain to pass over, and I've just landed the 21st carp of the trip. That was out of margins. Unbelievably, while playing that fish, my rod out in the middle's gone out. So I'm up the wall. I'm going to have another double take hopefully. I'm going to try and get this one in. Utter mayhem. I was up the wall then to finish the day off. Put 2 in the net once again. Double hookup. Produced the orange mirror, which I recognise. And finally, a half decent fish that's worth weighing up. Well, I was in the weeds a little bit of those 2 right at the end there, but that's 22 carp in 18 hours. That common, incidentally, weighed 11.5 pounds. It's the only one I bothered weighing up in this session. But that's 22 carp, 18 hours, full-blown pasty bashing. Hope you've enjoyed it as much as I've enjoyed fishing. And please watch my other videos, and thank you for watching.